tell him to do
Hey,
that.
what's up, guys? How's it going? Travis and Susie here.
I'm gonna tell him to do that.
We got a reaction video for you. We got this link right here. You can find that link in the description box below. Click it and pick it. You can request music, movie scenes, comedy skits, live performances, documentary segments, and more for the Wolf Hunterz Reactions channel. Today's video is brought to you by Brian, bringing us the biggest treasure we saved from our old school house by Schoolhouse Homestead. Brian says,
"Hi, Travis and Susie. This is part 3 of What Does Brian Watch to Try to Relax?" The couple in this video bought a historic schoolhouse in their hometown to turn into their own home. Cool.
that is pretty
But
wild.
also that sounds scary because I bet you there's lots of things wrong with that house.
Oh my gosh.
Or building. Anyways, goes on to say, this project and series of videos have been 3 years in the making so far and are unusual in that it's been both very relaxing as well as useful for me to watch. Not that I want to buy a schoolhouse and renovate it, but they give me ideas and inspire my own DIY projects. I find that most types of videos that are really useful are generally not relaxing. For example, a men's underwear buying guide. I will say, though, that I enjoyed your reaction to a particular men's underwear video more than the video itself, with its many, and in my judgment, way too many clothes. That's a lot of close-ups. And I think he had, like, a hole in one of them, didn't he? Anyways, I felt a little bit bad for Susie as she seemed left out in the cold by the request. And so I tried to find a women's underwear buying guide done in the same vein that I could submit to you guys, but unfortunately, nothing like that exists.
Oh, darn.
Imagine that. As an aside, not long after, I came up empty-handed from an extensive search for an apparel video geared for Susie. My wife started asking me why Amazon was all of a sudden recommending to her lots of very close to the skin and other intimate products. I can't catch a break, man.
That's so funny.
That's hilarious. Anyways, because of because of some of these videos, we stumbled upon.
There's a little bit of a story.
I think I told you this last time. I was like, Travis, I think that we would enjoy relaxing to that video of people cooking, you know? And so we did that. And then another channel came on after that called Men with Pots, or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, then for Christmas, we liked that so much that for Christmas, I got Travis
a knife.
Like
a diesel steak knife.
An official Man with Pot knife.
And it's pretty dreamy. It cuts just as satisfying in real life. Like,
yeah.
I feel like whenever I cut my steak, it's just like,
yeah. Well, in the videos, he like throws like an onion up in the air and will go like this, and the knife will just go right through it.
It's really sharp. It's almost scary.
I want Travis to try that, but he hasn't yet. Tried throwing an onion in the air and chopping it in half. Maybe tomorrow. Subscribe. Oh, it's making my heart so happy already.
Wonder how much that sold for.
Imagine what you could do.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Brick walls.
Wow. That is
cool. Okay, so I wanted to start this video in here. This room is going to be our office if I ever get enough things organized and put together. It's really hard with a 2- and 3-year-old, but these photos that I just pulled out, they are all of the actual photos of the kids who went to this little school, who went to Union Joint. And just look at these photos. When we discovered...
I know someone that had a brick wall in their bedroom, and they actually grinded it down to make it like fresh, like nice and new looking. It was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it.
One time we took down like some paneling in my house that I grew up in, and there was a hole in the wall, like under the paneling, and there was a bunch of newspapers stuffed into the hole, and so it was kind of fun to pull all the newspapers out and see what was happening in the world.
Was that like the insulation? Was newspaper?
No, I think like whoever put the paneling up just stuffed a few newspapers in there to like make it not like just
good
a
thing
hole.
No rodents made a nest out of it.
That's true, but I
discovered all of these photos at our local museum. I think it was giddy for like a month. This teacher, his name was Chalmers Brown. He was also the principal. But because of our school's history that I'll get into in a second, there are not a lot of physical things like the chalkboards or books or desks or things like that left. But this school was really important in the community, and I'm really thankful that there were so many photos that we could find. And I have big plans to frame all of these. I actually want to make some frames out of the floorboards that I'll show you in a second. And we're going to make our own little Union Joint History Museum in here.
That's such a good idea.
And I just love seeing all the kids who went here. This little girl over here, her daughter, Joanne, actually came by the other day, and I gave her a tour, and she was telling me about how her mom grew up nearby and how special the school was. And she also told me where the bathrooms were in our school, because there are no bathrooms inside the building. The bathrooms, they were actually outside, right on this side of the building. And Joanne told me that her mom told her when the pit toilets would get too full, they would use some diesel and burn them. So we'll see if stuff grows better or worse in this area once we finally figure out landscaping. So our school opened in 1914, and the design of it is really similar to a lot of schools in the region, most of which don't exist anymore. Our school was open for about 20 years, and from what I can learn from newspaper clippings, there are about 100 students enrolled here, and they had everything from basketball teams to spelling bees. But the community grew rapidly, and the building just got too expensive to maintain. They closed our school in 1936, and then it became a barn. This era of our school's history is so fascinating. This little building housed everything from cows, sheep, chickens, pigs, and even turkeys were kept in what's now our living room. Anyway, I wanted to give all this backstory to show why there isn't a lot of original stuff left in our school besides the big structural stuff. But I also wanted to show why it is so special that we were able to save one big thing, the floor. When we bought our school,
that's a miracle. With all those animals in there, to save the floor is absolutely insane.
I was literally thinking to myself as I'm watching the video that the floor must have just got refinished.
It looks so nice.
Because you can also see the gap between the floor and the trim, and that they have not put like quarter round down or anything yet at this point.
Yeah.
We knew that it was going to be a lot of work overall because of all the water damage, and we were just hopeful that we could save some of the floors. It turns out only one classroom was able to be saved, one full classroom, and I'm sitting in the kids' hallway on this floor, and I think that it is so amazing that I am actually sitting on the wood floors where the students who went to the school, where they walked on it 100 years ago. But before I show you more, I need to take you back in time a little bit to March of this year when we brought in Dave and Micah from Guardian Flooring. Meet Dave and Micah. And along with Dave's wife, Kristen, they are the team behind Guardian Flooring. And I am so thankful we found them. If you're in Central Indiana and you need anything to do with floors, call them. Seriously. These folks were some of my favorite contractors on the project because they're just so kind, so detailed, and so meticulous about their work. It's so strange to me to see these videos from back in March of this year. On our floors, we also got a bit of help from Colin, George, and Hugo from Robert Young.
All right, time out. Because I have sanded a staircase before, and it is no easy task, okay? And I'm not a professional, and it was... How long did that take me? It took me like a week and a half. is wild. Okay, guys, I love this. I think that this is amazing that they were able to do all this stuff.
Literally nothing in this schoolhouse is level. In some places, we had to do some pretty hefty leveling work. But watch the next few minutes as I show you over 6 months of work restoring some of the floors and installing new hardwood on the stuff we couldn't save.
You have to love this. You have to.
They're not dirty? You want to live here now?
Not dirty anymore.
Wow.
What do you think, bud? These floors are nice.
Wow.
Oh, that's a hole.
Still got to fix that hole.
Yeah.
What do you think, Margot?
Mom, don't fall in the hole.
Aww.
think, Arlo? You what?
Whoa.
Arlo, what do you think? Wow. What do you think, Arlo?
It's like a house. That must have cost a nice amount of money.
Aww. Tackle Graham.
They're so happy.
Okay, so I want to show a little bit more of the floors. So this was the new floor, and here is the old original floor where all the kids were walking.
I had a floor like that, remember?
And again, this is our kids' hallway. You've seen the up paint, the recycled paint in the original classroom colors, and these are the kids' rooms. So these old floorboards are pine, and they have a lot of character. You can see all of these like nail holes and just like chunks missing, but it ends up like after it's refinished, hi Pim, it looks really nice with the old doors. We still need to put the glass in here.
Oh, what beautiful windows, right?
Yeah, the kids' rooms are starting to come together. Still very much work in progress.
Nice
got these old doors from the Detroit office building.
Like one or two.
And then through here, we also saved these old grates. We sandblasted them and got them powder coated. But yeah, we still have to figure out what to do with this concrete area. This kid's bathroom, little portrait of Pim over there. And then this is Arlo's room. Still very much work in progress, but you can see the same floors in here. I think this is the first time his bed has been made the entire time we've been living here so far. We still have to get him a real bed. But there's one other big thing that we saved over here, and it is all of the trim on all of these doors and some of the floorboards over here. So if you'll bear with me one more time, I want to go back in time a little bit and show how Sean and I saved all of this trim around all the doors.
The original trim was in the barn. Oh, they took it down. I guess maybe put up fresh drywall. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work too. Oh my goodness. What their timeline is like, how long does it take? Oh my gosh.
I think it's amazing when people can do stuff like this because architecture isn't the same as it used to be. So if you can save it and you love it, this is cool. Oh, all that paint probably has lead in it though.
Okay, so finally I want to end this video outside because there have been some big updates out here. Our yard has been such a disaster for so long, and in the last couple weeks, it finally came together with a boatload of help from the Arrow Earth crew. From grading, to bringing in dirt, to building retaining walls, to hauling off debris. Like everything with this dang school, it has been a lot of work. And very thankful to be at the end of it. But the biggest thing that's been happening is the garage. We're still waiting on garage doors and some railings, but we've been able to park our car and good old Martha inside. As you can see, we also planted some grass, and the horrible chore of watering grass seed to get it to grow has been my job. And yeah, I eventually want to have like a little pollinator garden back here, but really just need some stuff to keep in the mud for the winter.
Awesome. Is that like our porch?
Up here you can see our deck.
Deck. Yes, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And last weekend, Sean and I stained our deck. Our deck was built by Dowdy Construction. If you need a deck and you're in Central Indiana, definitely look in my description because they are very detailed.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
And yeah, we're just waiting on some rails up here, and we're going to be getting some furniture, some recycled plastic furniture from the folks at Polywood. Really excited to be going to their factory soon and check that out. But yeah, so our garage back here, this is what it's looking like. And we also stained that little deck back there. So the yard is starting to feel like a little yard, and we found a little playground. It's over there in the trees for the kids. And before I end this video, I want to take you back into our barn and show you one other thing that we've saved. Welcome to what we call the murder barn. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? But no, this was originally here when we bought the school, but right now we are storing just like some odds and ends inside. And I'm pretty sure there is a critter living in here, so I'll be quick. So inside we've just got a lot of odds and ends. As you can see, we have a ton of the original floorboards that we weren't able to save as floorboards, and a little bit more of the trim that wasn't really salvageable for
That's lots of wheelbarrows.
trim, but going to turn these into picture frames eventually. And then there's one more thing outside. Back here, we have these two vents. They used to be on the roof of the schoolhouse, and have no idea what we're gonna do with them. Maybe I thought about like a fountain if I get them like sandblasted, but I don't know if they're sturdy enough. So if anybody has any creative ideas for these two metal pieces, I'm all ears. Up next, the work never ends, but I've been working on a bigger episode about our full garage construction, and I'm finally getting around to editing a big video showing the custom mosaics that tile guy Greg helped us install a couple months ago. Thank you, as always, for following along, and thank you again to Micah and Dave from Guardian Flooring for doing such a lovely job on our old and new schoolhouse floors. Until next time.
That is so cool. What a wild story. I think Brian said in the note it was like a 3-year journey so far, or something like that. I don't know. Either way, I'm really glad they documented that. It's a really smart idea.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that one. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you like and subscribe. If you want to request your own personal reaction video, you can find this link in the description box below. Stay tuned. Stay positive.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.